Hello Virgo! Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot, and apparently I beat up the box. Hold on. There we go. Morgan Greer Tarot. Supportive Oracle Cards. Energy Oracle Cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. What do we have for Virgo? I'm having some fun energy with this. It feels good, so... Okay. Now let's see what actually is happening. Your cards, they're looking pretty good. Let's see what's going on around you. So, your life is going okay, but what you have to deal with is the question. Okay. Really, only 3 of these? That's okay. We got a lot of tarot cards. So, 3 oracle cards, I think. Yep, 3 oracle cards. A slew of tarot cards. Okay, this is a really good way to start. 9 of Cups and the Lovers. Does not have to be a romantic relationship. I feel like I need to say that a lot, because people, they see that card and they're automatically jumping into that. It can easily mean that, obviously. But it doesn't have to mean, like, physical romantic love. Just something where it's either somebody means the world to you or passing the test. It can be like success, a very strong, very high point in success. It's another way that card goes, at least the way I read it. The 9 of Cups with it is coming in and telling me you're in a really good moment. You're in a high point. When this starts, things are going really well for you. Things are on point. Things feel comfortable. That's how that's supposed to go. Things are, don't get caught up and think it means life is perfect, because I feel like that's a trap. But kind of like, things are pretty good for what it is. I'm very happy for it. Very happy about it. It's very realistic too, especially with Virgo. Virgos they tend to be very realistic. Kind of like, you know what? It's a great day. I'm not saying everything is perfect, but I'm happy where it is. I'm enjoying it. There we go. I feel like y'all know what I'm talking about anyway. I think you're good. Now, part of this is somebody backing off. Things going well, you getting things done. The situation in total. Okay. The majority of the situation, at the very least, is going very well. Going the best it's going to go. But somebody's backing off at this time. I'm getting the 7 of Swords. Yet that tends to feel like a temporary moment. We'll see how it goes. We have to go a little farther into this to see excuse me, how that's going. It feels like a temporary moment, though. But somebody's backing off and leaving you be, and somebody's not getting in your way. That's kind of one of the reasons it's going well, and things are going forward as planned, and nobody's throwing a monkey wrench in the situation. For some of you, though, I feel like you're dealing with a situation and just every now and then it goes kaflunky and you're just kind of like, that really shouldn't have happened that way, or that really shouldn't have been a problem. And either you know who this person is and you're like, they're starting up, or every now and then there's just a problem and you're just like, that shouldn't have been a problem. Like, what's the deal? This might be a heads up saying because there's a troublemaker, and it's kind of like, well, this time around there wasn't a problem. The reason is because the troublemaker didn't cause trouble. That might be like, for some of you, I feel like it may be a little elusive. You may not be realizing who the troublemaker is. You may be realizing that there is a troublemaker, but not who it is. Even though there's a weird energy, like some of you think you know who it is, but you maybe really don't. That seems a little slippery, but we'll keep going. Now, as you keep going forward, that moment went well. But we're on the realistic train here. We're on the realistic train, and you're kind of like, yeah, that went well. Let's see how the next time goes around. It's kind of like, we did that last week. Went cool. All right, we're in this week. Let's see what happens this week. Going into the next time around, because the last time went so well, you're like, all right, well, it was a really good moment, but I'm not banking on that happening a second time. So let me walk into this cautiously. Best foot forward, but let's be realistic. So you're going into it again. You seem to be very, like, perceptive and trying to watch out, and you're warning people, yeah, last time went great. Doesn't mean this next time will. So let's just make sure everything goes out the way it's supposed to. Let's put things where they're supposed to be. Let's do things how they're supposed to be done. Let's stay within our parameters. And the Two of Wands is other people working with you. And kind of like, I see these two wands, I almost feel like they're goalposts or almost like bounds lines. Like people are working within it. People are helping to make things, like they're making changes and moving things around, but they're staying within parameter. So I feel like changes in this situation, you're cool with them as long as they stay within bounds. If they stay within bounds, cool, do that. It's cool. The second time around does go really well, but I feel like you're watching it very carefully and you're kind of like, huh. Second time around went really well too. Even though it's really good, you seem to be kind of like, all right, wait a minute, what's up? This does not always go this well. The last time seemed like a fluke in itself. It went so well, but that seems like a fluke. This time went just as well. Like, why is it going this well again? You just seem to be kind of like, I'm not going to just trust that this is how this is from now on. Why is this so easy? And it's weird. It's not like you don't want it to be easy, but you're just kind of like, I don't want to get too used to this because this is a little bit easy, a little bit extra easy than usual. It's strange. Not against it, just don't trust it. That's what I want to say. You just don't. And now the Eight of Cups is here. This is another walking away, but in a different fashion. Something else got this person's attention. There's a troublemaker here. I'm getting there's a troublemaker here. And even though they're walking away from the Eight of Cups, I don't feel like it's a permanent walk away. It does feel temporary. Something else got their attention. Something else pulled them away. They do enjoy causing disruption, though, is what I'm also getting. So I wouldn't say that they're permanently going to be gone. But that's another thing. Like, it doesn't sit well with you. Like, this doesn't usually fly this easily. Why is this flying this easily? Okay. The next situation comes in. It's like there's something, it's like a person. I feel like it's a person that's a troublemaker. And there's something coming forward with this person. You get a lot of earth. Interesting. Why is this one face down? Because it did come down face down. Page of Pentacles, but right behind it. Okay, I get it. This is the man holding the coin. Now, in this deck, it's very intuitive in my opinion, and it can be king, knight. It's not usually page energy. I wouldn't say that, but it's usually either king or knight energy that this is matching with. And what I'm getting is like somebody is more in control here than they're showing themselves. Somebody has pushed this person. Somebody's like pushing the troublemaker back. Somebody is putting pressure on the troublemaker. But they're not coming forward about what's going on or what they're doing or the fact that they might not even be saying that they're doing it. It depends. That page energy, page kind of comes off like a follower. But when somebody is perceived as a follower, but they're actually the leader, maybe the leader. See, I'm getting kind of like a mix of like a king knight here. But when I get like a king knight energy, that's like somebody making the decisions and carrying out those decisions at the same time. They're not only saying this is going to happen and putting out the order, they're also participating in making it happen at the same time. And I'm getting when it's being perceived that they're just kind of following along and doing what everybody else wants, but yet behind the scenes they're actually a lot more involved, a lot more, in control and making things happen the way they want. There's a little bit of like a weird, like why do they want you to perceive them as a follower? Why do they want to do that? Now, when this is happening, other people around this seem to be knowing what's going on. Why are they not telling you, though? People aren't telling you what's going on here. Somebody has identified this troublemaker energy, and other people are working to solve that issue. I'm getting the Empress card here. It's not meant to be cruel. But the fact that I'm using that word cruel, either somebody's perceiving it that it might seem that way, or maybe even though it's not intended to be cruel, it might be. Like it's one of the two. Either other people are perceiving it and they feel like what's being done is cruel, or people don't realize that their actions are actually having an outcome that to the other person, the troublemaker, it could be cruel. It's kind of like when somebody... this is reminding me of something from my childhood, which I guess I'm going to put it out there. which there was a relative, a distant relative, a very distant relative actually. They had a child who had special needs, and the child had a beach ball, and they couldn't get the child to stop playing with the beach ball. So they took the beach ball in front of the child, and they took a knife and destroyed it. So in their mind, it was solving the problem, but for me, at least, experiencing it and watching that happen, that was a cruelty in my even like I don't remember how old I was, if like I was 7 or 8 and I saw this happen. The person has since long passed, but I remember at the time thinking like that was a monster. I remember looking at her thinking she was a monster. So that's why I'm kind of like coming into that way, in the sense of like something may be perceived as cruel, and it also might be cruel at the same time. So there's a weird energy here. But the fact that the Empress is here is like somebody feels like they're doing what's right at the same time. So it's weird. That's a weird energy. Like, so because I'm seeing you on the other side. Not you're in the clouds here. It's the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups has its own messages. But I'm feeling that cloud energy, trying to like figure out like what is really going on here. There's so many things that could be factoring in, and you're just like, I'm trying to understand what's really happening. I'm just seeing the result where things are easier for me. I don't understand what's really happening. At that point, I don't think you really understand what's happening. Even if you're getting some, but it seems like it's more covert, because something's happening behind the scenes. Other people might be observing this situation and think it's cruel. It might not have come over to your side to realize what's actually happening. But it's weird that the Empress is coming up, but the fact that the King is hidden, that's bothering me. Somebody coming across that they're weaker than they actually are, like they're a follower, but they're really the leader. And it's giving me this weird, like, potentially cruel energy here. It doesn't seem like it's intended, which also could be somebody just losing their cool and doing something that's really mean and not realizing how mean and nasty it really is what they're doing. That energy is really strong. Let's keep going forward, because there are some strong cards going forward. Now, the truth will come forward. So I almost feel like that's part of this situation. Whatever the cruelty was, because I do feel like there's a cruelty here. I know it's either perception or it actually was cruel. I don't know. I feel like a cruelty is here. The communication chakra, the throat chakra, the blue chakra, justice, and the 9 of Swords, because I think, okay, this makes more sense to me. Somebody's going to come forward. Somebody in the environment has the King of Swords energy. They don't like what happened. They're going to come forward and they're going to bring it to light, and they're going to handle it. One way or another, they're going to make it, it's coming to light, that's for sure. And they're gonna bring about justice, in the sense of like, I don't know if that person is carrying out justice or just causing things to move forward, so justice is gonna happen on its own. But you're gonna hear about this situation. This is all interconnected. Justice comes in, communication, like swords are communication and thought. Anyway, literally you got the communication chakra, that's the throat chakra, not for nothing. You got justice, but you also got a lot of stress with the 9 of Swords. When this comes in on your side, this might be really good. Like, your cards are good, and I get that, but the world is coming in on your side. Kind of like whatever this cruelty was, it's affecting you. It is definitely a general read, so I can't really connect to what type of feeling you're having with it, but it's changing how you handle things. Everything that's been going on up to this point, the problems you've been dealing with, the fallout, if you didn't know about this troublemaker before, you do now. And if you did before, if you knew about the troublemaker before, you know the backstory about why they're a problem. Like, it's like you finally got that missing piece, like the reason why. If you knew who they were and didn't understand why they were a problem before, now it makes sense to you. Like, you've got a lot more information. When you bring this forward, though, when I'm feeling Virgo, I'm feeling like my heart has been touched. In the sense of, like, when I say that, like, how do I put this forward? Like, you've been kind of inspired to do something, and you're not backing off from it. You got the Emperor with the 4 of Pentacles, kind of like, whatever happened here, You're not okay with it. I'm just getting you're not okay with it. And you're standing and you're not budging. This is very good. Even though people see that 4 of coins and they're like, oh, that's stubbornness. I don't like that. It's not always a bad card. And this is one of those situations where it's not a bad card. It's basically saying you have an opinion, you feel a certain way on this situation, and you're not going to back down on it. And when you have the Emperor backing right there with you, like this is your energy. Not only are you not backing off, but you're standing up and you're demanding certain things. Your heart, this is what I mean by your heart's been touched. You can't back down. Like you're like, this isn't right. I can't back down. I have to do this. I have to stand here. I have to make sure this changes. I got to do this. You're inspiring other people to help you. So you're not going to be, I don't see you standing alone. The majority of you, I really don't. So, and I'll be fair because I see some of you standing and saying, well, I feel like I'm standing alone. You are not alone. There's definitely energy around you. There's inspiration. Things will fall into place to help you. So even if you feel like you're standing alone, I'm getting you're really not. You're going to notice things around you going your way and helping you make this outcome work out the way you need to. Certain things are just going to be oddly falling into place at the right time. That could be spiritual help, just making sure you succeed in this because there's a belief that you need to move forward. You need to succeed. Not just for you, but for the other people involved. There is support. For most of you, though, I feel like it's literal incarnate people around you helping you. It's a very strong moment for Virgo. Now, true to Virgo, we're not looking for a quick fix because quick fixes aren't usually dependable. So we're not, but at the same time, you're like, but this needs to change now. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. I don't need a quick fix because if it's just a quick fix, it won't stay. It'll be temporary. I don't need a temporary one. I need a permanent one. And if I'm going to get a permanent fix, I need to take my time and we need to make it form correctly and put it together and make sure it stays fixed. We want to fix it and keep it fixed, permanently fixed. At the same time, you're like, but we need to get it fixed now. Temperance, the Strength card, and the 5 of Cups. Now, I'm getting this is going to be a slow change, and I don't feel like you're going to be okay with that. But it is getting better, but I'm still getting this uneasiness, kind of like, no, it's got to go better. You got to increase. It's got to get better quicker. It's got to improve faster than that. It's got to improve faster than that. I'm getting a really strong energy for Virgo. Like this needs to improve faster than this. When I'm getting that, you got the Temperance card with the 5 of Cups telling me that it is getting better because you're seeing those 2 cups that are upright, are you? Yes. So it is obviously getting better and going to continue to get better. The Temperance over the 3 that are falling over is telling me that it's the timing and the slowness of it. Even though that's a positive energy in the sense of like, yes, we want something built dependable that's going to stay. This is a situation where you don't like slow change. You're like, no, we need to change and we need to change it now. There's more success around you. This is the 7. No, this is the 9. The 9 is like other people standing with you and making this success happen. Because I feel like when the 9 comes in, that's also standing your ground. And it feels very similar to the 4 of Pentacles right now to me. I gotta be honest with you. Somebody else also standing their ground, making sure like what you're saying needs to change. They agree. There's a support. It could go either way, but like standing together like, no, this has to change. We need to keep pushing forward. Other people also agreeing. Needs to change faster. Needs to keep moving. We can't be really slow because this is not a good situation. I like the ending here. You're blocking somebody. It's good though. So one of these cards may seem like it's not good, but I'm telling you it is. Just give me a second to explain it. You got Judgment in your favor, right? You got Healer of the Ages, things going forward. This is the 2 of Swords, which is a block card, or some things not moving forward. I feel like you're blocking, like it's kind of like when you know when you have those dials that you click them forward, and once you click them forward and it goes past the notch, you can't go backwards, or like there's certain like electrical ties, you pull them through. Once you pull them through, you can't pull them back. That's kind of what the block is saying. When you start moving forward, it's like you're notching up the hill, but when you get so far up, it's blocked from going backwards. Like every step forward, there's like a block behind it saying, we've gone this far forward, it's not being allowed to backslide, it's being blocked. It's like something is blocking it from regressing. That's the 2 of Swords. I'm getting there's advancement here, but it may stagnate, but it will not backslide. So, if you're trying to go a mile down the road and you only get like almost halfway there and you're having a hard time continuing forward, it's not regressing backwards. You're getting stuck there, but you're not going backwards. So things are improving, but they're not regressing. Just keep that in mind, because I feel like this is causing more changes, and you are bringing the situation forward. You don't want to give up on it. I don't think you would anyway. If this is hitting the way it feels to me, you wouldn't give up on it anyway. But realize you're holding the line until other things come forward to help this continue to improve. You are holding the line and not letting it backslide. This is very good. I don't know. I just feel like I'm not satisfied, because I'm feeling that might be the energy here. I'm not satisfied. But you're not letting it regress, and you're holding the line until more comes, until more situations or more things come to help you progress farther. Keep in mind, you are not regressing. So this is very good. This is very, very good. It's about perception. I know that, but I feel like it's not the total win, and we're not satisfied with that. I get that, but keep in mind, you are making progress, and you're holding the progress in place. So hopefully that helps. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.